Well, this is the original Bradley smoker that my husband bought for himself. He was quite excited about it. An electrical smoker that he could use for hot smoking as well as cold smoking. He's European, so the cold smoke is a big thing with him. Well, we used it once about a week ago, and that's when we made some jerky. So very lean jerky. It was beef jerky from Inside Round Roast. Then last night we did some ribs, and we decided to dry smoke them first without putting any seasonings on them. And we removed the membrane from the back of the ribs, as well as quite a bit of fat that could be seen on the ribs. Well, we put the ribs in the smoker after we had already filled up the disc thing with apple and mesquite, and you can see what the discs look like. Well, that's not what they're supposed to look like, okay, because something really bad happened. We set the temperature. That's what the discs are supposed to look like. That's what they look like when they go in. You can set 9 hours of discs if you like. That's what it says on the website. Well, what had happened was we were waiting for the temperature to come up, and as you can see over here, that's the temperature gauge that you get. So you just either increase it or decrease it for whatever you like. And you just watch the little thermometer here. You know, I'll explain in a minute why it's reading 30 degrees. It shouldn't be, but maybe. It's nice out, but I think it's only 21. And it is not directly in the sun, as you can see. The sun, we've got some shade. We're all in the shade here. So what had happened was we were waiting for the temperature to come up and trying to stabilize it. We've had some experience with wood smokers before with the propane. And this one seemed to be a little bit more difficult to regulate temperature. So I sat outside and kind of waited for the temperature to get to where it was, and yeah, I was reading some emails and looking at some Facebook, and I looked up at the smoker, and it seemed like there was quite a bit of smoke coming out through the top. Now this is where the vent is, and right now the vent is closed, but earlier when we were smoking the vent was open, and there was a lot of smoke coming out of there. I thought that was pretty intense. And when I looked at the temperature gauge was reading at 350. Okay, and that's Fahrenheit. I thought that was a little bit high, so I turned the temperature gauge down, and then I opened up the smoker to allow some of the heat to escape. And when I did that, I'd love to show you what it looks like inside, but unfortunately we had a fire. Yeah, we had a blazing fire. I opened up the door on the smoker and flames started shooting out through the puck holder as well, and through the side where it was attached at one time, at the time. And I closed it and I yelled for my husband to come. I turned the temperature gauge down, but I didn't think of it. I never shut off the switch. But my husband came out, immediately turned it off, unplugged it, opened it up, saw the flames shooting out, tried closing it, tried a number of different things. That's when he went and closed the vent, and he used my brand new oven mitt to close off the air hole. Oops. Kind of tripped there, sorry. To close off the air hole, and that's right here. He pulled this out and closed the air hole to try and smother the fire, but it wouldn't stop. and we eventually just had to leave it. There wasn't anything we could do. So now it is completely sealed. There was so much heat that this gauge wrapped around 3 times. So if it was reading accurately, it was reading 1200 degrees. I've seen, after this all happened, I looked at reviews online, and there's fires. There's a lot of fires. There's a lot of complaints, and yeah, it's pretty severe. So we're going to be taking this one back, and we are not going to be getting another one. So I hope this review helps you if you do the research before you buy one of these. I sure as heck wouldn't, because if I hadn't have been out here, my house would have burned down.